Hey guys, welcome to the Afterwatch Party with
Stephanie and
Ryan, where you watch it and we review it.
you better get inside the Afterwatch Party.
Alright, so we are into American Horror Story Roanoke Chapter 4. Chapter 4. So, Steph, from my notes, I'm just going to read them off real quick.
Sure.
So the start of my notes mentions the Chen family residing, and odd things happen to them as well.
A little bit of the history of the house.
Yeah. So there were a couple different owners of the house, and then we learned that Elias Cunningham bought it, so nobody would actually move into it, and then of course Shelby and Matt do. As Vivian and what was his name? What was Dylan McDermott's name in season 1? I can't think of it.
Season 1.
I just watched a couple episodes the other night.
So much more recently than let's see.
Total brain fart. Help me out. Okay.
I'm looking.
I know this.
I'm consulting the internet.
No. Oh my gosh. What is his name? I know this. It's Ben. Ben, right?
Ben? Ben sounds right.
Ben Harmon.
Ben Harmon
and Vivian. Okay. Whew. Okay. So
it slipped the brain.
Shelby and Matt move into this house in North Carolina, in the middle of nowhere, just like Ben and Vivian do. And then, but this house is almost more of a special house because it was completed in 1792 and it was built by, did you catch the name of this person who built it? It was Edward Philip Mott. Now Mott, from the Mott family from Freak Show, aka Dandy's oldest relative.
Yes.
Probably, right? So
interesting.
We're going to see Dandy quite soon, yeah. And then the next part in my notes is Kathy Bates turned the nurses into killers once they just disembodied.
Oh my gosh, and that was
so brutal.
Gross. It was like I sat up in my seat and I was just like, oh my gosh, like you just hear the snapping, and then you just watch it happen.
And I was like, this is not gonna happen, right? Like we've seen some freaky stuff on this show on every season, but this was insane. Like this episode was so brutal.
It really was. I mean, from like 2 minutes into it, I was like already like captivated into the like
because
gore
Pigman
of it.
Comes out of nowhere with a knife to come kill Shelby, and Shelby, she was kind of dumb this episode.
She was so dumb.
Like, I love Sarah Paulson, but she was dumb this episode.
She was. It was like, very much like that classic like girl in a horror story that like doesn't know what to do with herself. I definitely felt that in this episode.
I definitely agree with you there. Alright, and then back to my notes real quick. So we found out that the same lunar so Kathy Bates turned the nurses into killers, and then the same lunar cycle in October is when the dead groups and the victims can actually kill people. So kind of they're just not ghosts on...
Yeah, it's like that bridge.
During the lunar cycle.
It's like that bridge, that short period of time where the spirits can come and do as they please.
Kill anybody. So that's why the Croatoan spell didn't work when Shelby tried to yell at the three hunters.
Yeah, did you see just the look
woods.
Of terror on her face? She was just like, these guys with half of skulls, like, their brains were just really out there. And she was like, Croatoan! And nothing was happening.
And then Dennis O'Hare's like, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
We need to go back.
Poor Elias. He just like...
Yeah, because those were the 3 hunters that he told Shelby and Matt that used to live in the house too. So... Yeah, so they all shot each other, or something happened. Like
some
shot
crazy mishap.
Themselves.
Yeah.
I forget exactly how that went down. But Priscilla is the one who led Shelby and Matt into the bunker to find the tapes of Elias. So when we were talking about that originally, you were correct. I thought it was like the ghost of Margaret because it just looked like an older woman from where.
I mean, it definitely did. I mean,
from like my perspective,
you just like see this like small figure out in the back. I mean, there were no distinguishable features other than you could tell that they were in a dress. So I feel like it was just like
but they showed her once more in this episode, and you're like, oh, okay, well that's obviously a little girl and not a tall dead woman named Margaret.
Yes, poor Margaret.
So yeah, so there was that, and then the house is the true site, or the true lost site of Roanoke.
The
so
Roanoke
like that's
colony.
So that's where everybody just disappeared / died.
That's so intense when Shelby and Matt find that out. Just the look on their face of like, oh my god, what you're saying can't be true. I mean, it's freaky.
It was bound to be because it's this show, you know. So like we knew that was gonna happen.
Definitely,
probably,
especially because of the butcher being who she is. I feel like she wouldn't have wandered far from the site where we now know that she just killed them.
Yeah, no,
I mean, just brutally.
She definitely didn't have to go that far.
No.
But speaking of the butcher once more, we learned that Priscilla died because of the butcher. It was a human sacrifice.
How intense was that?
It was extremely intense.
It was such a quick scene.
Expect anything. I know.
I feel like if you blinked long enough, you would have missed that entire happening.
Yeah, for sure. Because Kathy Bates just like struck her with a rock, right?
Yeah, she said something. She had this like brick-looking rock and just like wham,
threw
like
it at her face.
Pretty much.
I was like, oh.
And I like how she was just standing there.
In terms of stoning,
she didn't look like she was like tied up or anything. Priscilla, like she looked like she was just
she wasn't
standing there, like so. This like small child, like just standing there,
standing there.
She's got this. This lady's got this brick in her hand, and she's gonna kill me, and I'm just gonna stand here and let it be. I mean, that's just freaky to me.
Bye, girl. I mean, that's all I can say.
Yeah, Priscilla, you're stupid. Like,
so that's how Priscilla died. And then everybody else died, who's in her group, because Ambrose, who is Kathy Bates' son, he did not approve of his mother and her killing. So she acts like she's repenting.
Yes, exactly. Like playing into
serves
everything.
Everyone. Yeah, and she serves some food that makes them sick. I don't know, like what she put in that food.
I don't.
Really
I feel like Lady Gaga's character might have done a little like voodoo type magic. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. But then she kills everyone so they can follow her in the afterlife.
Isn't that nuts though? How she killed them?
Kind of a boss move.
It really was. But I mean, they ate that fruit, and then they were obviously like their bodies were reacting in a certain way. But then that's not what killed them. I mean, she went with her little like butcher knife, or big butcher knife, I should say, and like first she started with her son and just like threw it into his chest. I mean, gross.
She's cutting chests, snapping necks,
shoulders.
And,
I mean, so
throats,
she was definitely she poisoned them and then she killed them. I mean, that was pretty intense. Yeah. And this was all after Lady Gaga's character was like telling her to do these things.
Yeah.
Which I wish she still had. I wish she had a name. The woman with no name.
We'll get to her in a hot minute. But yeah, so like you're saying, Lady Gaga talked her into doing this blood sacrifice to the ancient gods, and so Kathy Bates has Gaga kill her. And then this way, the spirits are bonded to the ground, so they will never leave Kathy Bates' side. Like, these are all from my notes. These are kind of like quotes from the show.
Yeah, basically, she was like, "Kill these people, and they'll be your minions for life."
Yeah,
for life or death, I should say.
Because I don't want to be like wrong on anything else. Because I was wrong, and I was really mad at myself about this because I was listening to the first podcast that we have, and I was editing last night, and I was wrong about Lily Rabe not being in American Horror Story Hotel, and I was like, I should have known because we're such hardcore fans. She was in the 2 Halloween episodes as the female serial killer. I can't think of her name right now.
Oh yes, the smoker, like
Eileen,
very 80s.
Eileen
Burroughs, something. Yes,
right?
that sounds. Yeah, that was definitely her name.
So
I think she was in it so briefly though. She was in the dinner party scenes.
Yeah,
I remember that now that you've said that.
2 episodes. Yeah, so excuse me because I am such a hardcore fan that I should have remembered that.
That's all right. We're human. We're human. So, it can happen.
Just to backtrack, I was wrong, and now I'm trying to make up for that wrong.
You were excused.
Thank you. So toward the end of this episode, we hear a voice asking Matt a question. So this is like the first time that they've actually like spoken to the talking heads that we've actually been able to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely Cheyenne Jackson. So that's where Cheyenne has been the
so
entire
about
time
that.
of filming.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't really seen him, but we've heard him. So he's definitely there. And then, as most fans probably thought, like the Uber driver's talking head was really strange. I didn't think we needed that at all.
No, it was totally not necessary.
Unless like Ryan Murphy put it in there for some future reference.
That's true.
But his name is Rhett Snow. That's
his
name. I don't know where that comes from.
I don't either. I feel like it might be more
really connect yet.
Well, nothing's a coincidence. Nothing's an accident. But I feel like it might just be to normalize it and make it seem like it's more in today's day and age to like maybe place the setting.
It's Uber, you know.
Yeah, so maybe that was more to establish like when this is happening. Like that might be its purpose.
So, yeah.
Maybe not, but
I don't
that's
know.
Just what I'm throwing out
for him. Yeah, but I mean, maybe we'll see him again. But he was just a super random talking head. And then Kathy Bates kills the crap out of Cricket. Like she pulls out his intestines in front of Shelby, Matt, and Flora, who are all looking down at Kathy Bates and her dead mob. Because they're able to kill them now. Mm-hmm. So Cricket was such a fun character for 2 or 3 episodes.
So short-lived, but you know what? I feel like he did what he needed to do.
He did, but he
served a purpose.
He'll be a ghost. I'm sure that he'll still be around as a ghost. Maybe
I'm sure, and he might even be able to do more than just a regular ghost, since he was a medium to begin with. I'm interested to see if maybe that'll play into something. I don't know how.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Like,
and then
I don't know what happens to mediums when they cross over.
I mean, I guess I can ask Monica. I mean,
yeah, does she know?
Work with Monica, so maybe she might know. I mean,
hit her up.
We'll have her on in the future, so we can ask her. It's actually not a bad question. So
it's not really interesting to see.
I will mentally note that down. And then my final note, which is actually more of a question, is where is Evan Peters?
Where is he? I've waited long enough.
He's been in these episodes, but what is his character?
Yeah, he's credited in every single one.
Who is he? That's my question. I want to know, who the heck is Evan Peters? Where is he? I mean, I like we said, we want him to be the pig man, but we don't want him to be the pig man.
I don't really want him to be the pig man, though.
That's kind of complicated.
I feel like he's going to end up being the pig man, and I feel like it's not a waste. I'm not going to say it's a waste, because that's the type of character that he plays. Kind of.
Yeah.
But I want to see more of him than just, like, a pig head.
I mean, everybody does, too, yeah. So I'm just like, what if he's wearing, like, really heavy makeup, and we just don't recognize him?
Maybe.
Where is he?
That's so true. Because, I mean, I loved his character last season, and I want to see him in more of that kind of a role.
Yeah, as do I. I mean, he was like kind of useless in Coven, I think. Just being that dead that dead dude.
Mhm. Yeah, but I mean,
kind of butler, and not really.
I could tell I liked him though, just because he played a creepy serial killer.
Yeah, and that worked out really well.
It did. I feel like it highlighted his strong points, and I mean, I really
yes,
he did a good job.
Yeah, so I was hoping that he would kind of have a similar character this season.
Mm-hmm.
But Kathy Bates' character this season reminds me of her character from Coven.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's just always murdering people. That's the only reason why I think that.
She's just great at playing intense characters. She just,
even Hotel, she was murdering people eventually.
Was.
So,
I mean, she's just crazy.
Yeah, she's just a hardcore actress in general. I mean, I bow down to Kathy Bates.
Yes.
But speaking of like bowing down to things, I'm not sure if you saw my shared post on Facebook earlier, but today is the anniversary of when American Horror Story Murder House premiered.
Oh, I did see that.
Today is the anniversary. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some other pictures
cool
of like people
that?
like, was it yours that like showed like pictures of people bowing down to the murder house? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I definitely saw yours then.
Yeah,
I
that was
loved
the one
that.
I had shared from the Facebook group that we're in.
I'm
but
so jealous. Like, I want to go visit that house. Like, can we rewind today? Get me some flights.
I mean, listen,
let me be there.
I'll go back in a heartbeat because when I was there, the house had this giant fence around it, so no one could actually walk up to it. And in this picture that I had shared, like, the fence wasn't there. So
could be an old picture.
Kind of jealous. I mean, oh yeah, no, I feel like it definitely is. But yeah, so to sidetrack to the Talking Heads, you were telling me some kind of theory you had about this, about Shelby and Matt. So let's get back into this, because I thought this was interesting, and I haven't thought of this, so...
Yeah, so...
If you want to bring that up again and see what people think.
Definitely. So, basically, the Talking Heads might not be Matt and Shelby, just because they don't seem to... They have, like, a weirdly detached way of talking about the things that were, like, so emotional that they went through. Like, they just don't seem to, like, have the connection that feels genuine enough. That might be on purpose. That might be an accident. That might be, like, reading too much into it. But it's something to, like, keep in mind for the twist that we all know is coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I think that we should be reading into everything just because of that. So I don't think you're overanalyzing. I just think, I mean, it's not something that I thought of prior to you saying that. So it's definitely interesting, in my opinion, and I am looking forward to seeing what's going to come up next.
Me too. I mean, I feel like there's just, like, another layer every week that's, like, you want to overanalyze everything, but at the same time, you're like, just take me, Ryan Murphy, like, what are you doing with this? Like, where is this going?
Well, so in the next episode, we're supposed to, I mean, I'm assuming have a hotel connection because of how everything else has connected in the previous 4 episodes. And before I was reading the article that I sent you on this episode, I didn't hear or see anything about a freak show connection, but the house was built by
the Motts.
a Mott
Yeah.
family member or family members. So I was like, okay, so that's the freak show connection.
Yeah.
So what can we expect from the 5th episode, which should have a hotel connection? I can't imagine what it'll be. Maybe it'll be...
maybe it's more of a blood sacrifice.
I don't know.
I mean, there was so much of that.
Maybe we'll finally see Evan Peters.
Maybe we will.
Finally see him, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
I just want to see him.
I don't want to wait 2 weeks to see him. I mean, we do know 6 is going to be the twist, and that's going to be when it really comes into itself, which also makes sense with where, like, the rest having connections to the previous seasons, that 6 would, like, tell us something big about this season.
So, do you think when that happens, like, they'll just leave this whole story that they have for 5 episodes behind and then go with, like, something completely different?
I do.
Do you think they're gonna, like connect as well? Because I hope they don't just leave it and...
I feel like everything connects.
That's it.
Everything connects in American Horror Story, so I feel like it's not going to be...
It's meant
like,
to, but
totally separate.
Don't just leave it here.
But I feel like part of me is like, we definitely know that... Well, it's been rumored, I don't know if it's been confirmed, that 1 to 5 is its own thing. 6 to 9 is its own thing. And then 10 is its own thing. But I don't know what that means.
I can't imagine how how
I'm confused.
That's an actual thing. I mean, we're all confused. Like,
yes.
Let's be real.
I'm happily confused though. Like, this is.
I don't know if I'm happy about it anymore, to be honest.
Are you getting too frustrated? The anticipation is just building. That's the purpose of this. That's the purpose of this. I know that,
but I'm just going crazy trying to figure out what's going to happen.
Yeah. My whole thing is, American Horror Story is an experience. You have to, give yourself to that experience. So, I'm alright with it. I
suppose that's true, yeah.
It's like when you're going through a haunted house and everything gets quiet for a little bit and you're like, alright, what's going on? And then boom, it hits you. The next person.
I mean, just to jump off of that, I thought that there were a lot of good jump scares this week.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was definitely on the edge of my couch.
Which I'm into,
with goosebumps, which that can happen every week. I'll happily take that.
Yeah, so, I mean, this episode, I would give it, what do you think? I would give it probably an A-. I'm working up toward that A and A+, but, this wasn't really, too fulfilling for me.
You're so nice. I'm going to give it, a B.
Some things were explained.
I'm giving it, a low B. Because I definitely feel like stuff happened, not enough stuff happened, because just knowing that there's going to be something big in 6, it's like, alright, come on, I need more answers for what's going on now, then.
And hopefully that'll happen soon.
I really do. I mean, they have one more week, supposedly,
Yeah, so we'll see if they, what happens to Flora, Shelby, Matt, how much time they'll have left with the lunar cycle, and
I think
see who else dies.
I think the lunar cycle is going to be the rest of the show.
You think? I mean,
I feel
that makes sense.
I feel like it is going to be I feel like from this point out, every episode's going to cover a day of it or something.
So everyone's just going to die.
I feel like that's going to be the end of this. I feel like it might.
I hope not, just because it sounds like it's too expected. I don't want it to be just like Murder House where everybody dies,
But, I don't know, I just feel like that's really the connection that's gonna happen. I mean, this was supposed to be a very Murder House season.
Well, right now, it's just a Murd House.
Yeah, it's
they
just
didn't find that last R.
Well,
so, for now, it's just a Murd House.
They're gonna find that last R. Hey! Theory. Yeah. Maybe Lady Gaga's name is gonna have something to do with an R. Or maybe Evan Peters' name is gonna have something to do with an R.
I've been trying to figure out who is that R, but I haven't come up with anything yet either.
Yeah, because we have no R idea. Names yet. Right?
No, not that I'm aware of.
What was the Uber driver's name?
Oh, his name. Hold on.
Wait, was his an R name?
Wait. Yeah, okay. Maybe you just found the connection. His name is Rhett Snow.
Okay, that's an R, so and there's no coincidences. Oh, maybe that's the R for murder. I think you may have just
figured out the last R for murder. Okay.
Ryan Murphy, you made it too easy. Twist. Ryan Murphy dies. He's the R. No, just kidding. That can't happen. I would too. Okay. I don't know what I would do with myself.
Yo, if he was the Uber driver as a cameo, I would have loved that. But if you just figured out this last R, I will be so happy. Oh my gosh,
that just came to me out of nowhere.
I didn't even think of that.
Me
but that's
either.
The only character's name that we know that has an R. Right?
It is. That's the only R. Only R.
Because Wes Bentley's character's name is Ambrose. I don't know what Kathy Bates' actual character's name is. It's something White.
I forget.
Her last name's White. I
feel like they mentioned it, but
Shelby,
I don't think
Matt,
it was an R.
Flora Lee. Mason's dead already. I mean, he's not even.
I feel like it's gonna be Rhett now. I'm stuck on this.
I kind of hope it is now.
Yeah,
because
they're not gonna show him for nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. So let's hope that it is him.
But if
he's so we have another R.
Oh, okay. So let's play off this then. If it's gonna be him, then I definitely am going back to the theory that I think that maybe part of the twist is going to be that Kathy Bates and everybody else that has previously died in the house, I think they're going to come after the camera crew and all those involved in the shooting.
Okay,
I feel like they're maybe going to go to the studio or something and end up or they're going to be filming this somewhere close by or something.
Well, that was my question to you. Like, how would they do that? Because they can't really leave.
Oh, that's true.
That like too far from the area. So like, where would they be filming the talking heads? That like
maybe
that's what
they
I was
don't.
gonna ask
Maybe
you.
they don't go to the talking heads. Maybe the talking heads go to them
to
get
go
some
see
footage.
the house or something.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you do know
to get
the
some
camera
more like
crew
reenacting footage.
has to get the footage. Yes, I mean, they're gonna have to be
Yeah.
there for something.
That is, yeah.
Like maybe they'll be like, Rhett, can you take us to where this happened with Cricket and Flora? And maybe he will, and then Kathy Bates will just come out with her cleaver and just like,
you know, that could happen. And I would love it if. All right, so let's set this scene up real quickly. So they get there. Kathy Bates come crawling out of some area of the land. I don't know.
Super creepy.
And then she just throws her bush cleaver.
Yeah.
Into Cheyenne, and then like they get this on camera, obviously. And then like blood spatters like onto the camera.
Ooh.
Just like Beyonce's like Lemonade, like she like hits the camera lens.
Yes.
Like that would be awesome. That's what I want to see happen now.
Oh.
I want to see that happen.
I like this.
But I don't think we actually know Cheyenne's character's name either, right? So he could be the R.
He could be the R.
So
I'm sticking with Rhett though. I'm sticking with that.
I feel like he has more potential to be the R over Rhett.
That's true.
But we don't know his character's name yet.
Maybe Rhett was placed there to make people think that Rhett was gonna be the R, and it's really gonna be Cheyenne.
Could be.
I mean,
Cheyenne. Yeah. So who? I mean, only Ryan Murphy knows. Truly.
Truly.
So we'll just have to watch and find out. I mean, Wednesday is so far away, but
it is. My weeks go so slow in this part of the year, but at the same time go so fast because it's over before you know it. Because we're already 4 episodes in. I feel like it just started.
Do not remind me because
only 6 left.
Listen, I'm probably just gonna rewatch everything once it's over too.
I definitely am because,
just like to see it. If I missed any little clue.
Same. Like, once we know the outcome to everything, I definitely want to go through and, like, analyze stuff as heavy as I possibly can while knowing what's going to happen. I mean, I feel like that's fun. Then
we'll have to watch, like, several episodes together just in case as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, watch them, like, 4 or 5 times, and then we'll discuss even more. I'm
into that. I love this.
All right. Well, for me, that's all that I have on my end. How about you, Steph?
I just want to say R.I.P. Cricket.
Oh my god.
I just want to end with that. Poor Cricket.
Forever. All right,
forever in our hearts. You were so brief and so loved.
Yes, Cricket is forever in our hearts and forever
on that land.
On Kathy Bates' cleaver.
Yeah. Ugh.
Let's go with that. All right, so we'll catch you guys at the next after party. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
So guys, that's all that we have for this episode of the After Watch Party. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes, thank you all so much.
And remember, the After Watch Party never sleeps.
Don't forget to check out our website at theafterwatchparty.com to see what we put inside your goodie bags this week.
See you at the next After Watch Party.